It will be Trojans basketball. I get weary when the ball flies towards the announcer booth. I mean, I've had laptops get taken out because of basketballs and more. So here we go. Back inside. Give it back to Smith. Smith back to 23 of Norris. Comets playing defense with the ball now is going to be Ray. For 3, 15, bouncing off the backboard. Jacob Thornton with a backboard violation. And it's going to be Comets ball. We're still leaving at 2. 2-2, Comets with the ball. Javante Long. Long goes inside, back to Justin Bale. Bale gives it back to Cameron Walden, back inside to Long. Javante Long about lost the ball. He saves it, gets it back, throws it again to Justin Bale. Bale under pressure, 3-man on the Trojans, about threw it away. Crumpler got the ball back. Pressure by Ray, it's a travel call. Travel on the Comets and give it back to the Trojans. High pace, fast action here in the opening go. Back up court. Thomas Dees gets it back inside. Looking for Thornton. Thornton back to Dees again. Dees to Thornton. Back inside the arc. Gives it back to Ray. Top of the key. Steal by the Comets. Javante Long. Long comes up court. He'll steal it. Gets it back to Crumpler. Crumpler to Walden. Sets it to Bale. Bale nails the 3. Jaquan Ross with a shot, and 2 points also for Javante Long. I want to say it was Justin Bale. It was not. It was Jaquan Ross for 3, but they actually called 2. It is a 3-point shot by Jaquan Ross, the 6-foot shooting guard junior for the Comets. He had a 3-pointer. And then, of course, you got Carson Crumpler under the basket for 2 on a layup. And Javante Long returned the favor as well. So right now, it is 7-2. 7-2 in the opening period. 5:21 in the first. Comets again leading by 5. This powerhouse Comets trying to shut down the Trojans. They are 12-1 coming into this game. This is conference. This means something. You play all them other games for nothing. Yes, it does mean something going in the playoff bracket, but you've got to do well in your conference. As the Comets women got their conference win, return the favor, Jacob Thornton for 3. Just like that. Trojans back in the game again, down by 2. Cameron Walden, basket and a foul! It's good, basket and 1! Cameron Walden to the line. Foul on number 24. Foul on 23 of Colby Norris for the Trojans. That's his first. That's the first team foul. Gonna give the ball back. So the free throw not good for Cameron Walden on the basket and 1. Comets will get the ball back. Last touch by South. Give it back to Clayton again. This big mamma jammer, number 21, Clayton Blackman. He might be in Clayton, but he plays for South Johnston. Clayton Blackman in the game. He is a Ford senior, number 21. 4:55 in the opening period. And the referees are telling the players to fix their shorts. We've been hearing that and seeing that at a lot of games this year. Cole Winborn, the next culprit of the jersey foul on the junior forward for the Trojans, number 25. Comets with the ball, Javante Long. Long will set it back up and give it back inside to Justin Bale. Bale takes it on his own. It's in and good. Justin Bale with his first points of the game and a 2-point shot. It's 11-5. The Comets are out in front by 7. By 6, actually. Correction. Ray with the ball. Ray sets it up for another 3-point shot by Jacob Thornton. 2 field goals for Thornton and 15 for the Trojans. Sam Webster will be coming in the game next on the subs for the Trojans. Comets with the ball. Javante Long stops, sets him up, resets, goes again. He goes into the top of the key. Hands it off again, though. Cameron Walden. Back again to Jaquan Ross. Ross with a 3 earlier. Goes to the basket. It's good! Jaquan Ross. 2-point shots. He's got a field goal. He's got now a layup, and that's 5 points for Jaquan Ross in the first period of play. Jaquan Smith now with the Trojans with the ball. Hit by Ray. It looked like that was a tackle like football there for a second. Whistle and a foul. Sam Webster in the game. Actually, they're not going to call a foul. They're going to say the ball went out of play, so they're going to give the ball back to the Trojans. Webster in the game now for South. Here comes Webster now with the ball. Gives it back to Thornton. Thornton back to Webster. Webster sets him up again, top of the key. Gives it back to Jaquan Smith. Smith at the top of the arc. Looking under, looking for 25 of Winburn. Winburn sets it up again. Goes back to Ray inside the paint. No one's there. Rebound Comets, and they'll fight for it. Whistle and a foul. They looked like for a second they were about to have a dog pile. And the foul on number 24 of Cameron Walden. That's his first. First team foul for the Comets. Comets are leading by 6. 13-7. Travel call on South. Travel violation on Cole Winburn, and this will get the ball back to the Comets. Justin Bell sets it back to Javante Long. Long sets up back up to Walden. Walden under the key to Cameron. That's a travel of the Comets as well. Clayton Blackman back in the game now for South, the senior forward. Travel on the Trojans, travel on the Comets, and the Trojans get the ball back. Backup court number 3, Jaquan Smith sets it up to 15 to Jacob Thornton. Thornton to go back to Ray. Ray under the basket. He'll shoot up. Oh, it bounced off the rim! Onto the rim of the basket. Sets it up again. Gives it back to Webster. Bounces for 3. He went for it. They fight for it again. Under the basket again. Goes back to Blackman. Blackman goes back to Ray. Ray shoots up for 2. He'll nail it. That's 4 points in the game now for Carroll Ray, the power forward junior for the Trojans. It's 13-10, a 3-point game, got a whistle. Foul on number 1 of the Trojans. That's his first. That's on Sam Webster. Give the ball back to the Comets. Jaquan Ross will put it back inbounds. Sets it all the way. Throws it in to Javante Long. Back to number 2, Jaquan Ross. That's his second field goal of the game, and it's 16-10. 2:33 in the first period. Back out in front. Jaquan Smith now gets it back to Webster. Webster back to Thornton. Thornton back to Ray inside the paint. Looking for him. There goes 3 of Smith. He'll nail a 3-pointer. That's his first three-pointer field goal of the game. Jaquan Smith returning the favor. Comets ball. No one's home. Give it back to Webster for the Trojans. They'll throw it. Almost had a takeaway. Javante Long trying to steal it. Gives it to Jaquan Smith. Smith on his own. Takes it all the way. It's out of bounds. Give it to the Comets. A fast-paced, intense matchup between the 5-6 Comets and the 12-1 Trojans. First conference game of the year on CRN and the quest for the championship of the Greater News 3A division. Here comes Cameron Walden. Walden throws it away. Threw it away out of nowhere. No one's home. Give it back to the Trojans. 16-13, a 3-point lead. Back with the ball, Sam Webster. Webster under pressure by Javante Long, and they throw the ball away. The Trojans will. Give the ball back to Clayton. Just like that, in unison. They travel, Comets travel, Trojans travel. They throw it away, Comets throw it away, Trojans throw it away. They're literally mimicking all of the mental mistakes that both sides of the ball are making. And it's still a 3-point game, 16-13, with now less than 90 seconds left to go in the opening period on CRN. Justin Bell sets it up again now to Hunter Justin. Justin Bell with the ball. 2-man coverage. He'll nail it. Number 5, Justin Bell for 2. That's his 4 points now in the opening period of action. All the way to the other side of the court. Sets Smith back to Webster. Two-man action on the Comets on Webster. Back to Smith. Smith goes up and gets it back to Ray. Ray under pressure with a two-man front on the Comets, and they're going to fight for it under the curve. And they throw it away. Give it back to the Comets. Out of bounds on the Trojans. Clayton will recover. 18-13, a 5-point lead, and we got 1 minute remaining in the opening period of action. Justin Bell back inside to Hunter Justin, top of the key, gives it back to Long. Long goes back to Bell. Two-man pressure now setting up on the Trojans. Javante Long will get the ball back from Bell. He jukes, he jives, he sets, he throws it up, it's no good. And the rebound comes back to the Trojans. And they're going to call a whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be on 24 of Walden. Watch it, Jaquan Smith. Cameron Walden, his second foul. And players are coming in, including Karsten Crumpler. 5-point game, 43.8 seconds remaining in the opening period. 5-point game, 18-13. Trojans will bring it back inbound, led by Thornton, gives it back to Smith. Smith back to Webster. Webster goes back to Smith again. Back to Webster. Webster back to Thornton. Thornton sets up again Webster. Back to Smith. Back to Webster. Back to Thornton. Boy, they're playing hot potato with one another on the ball. 25 seconds. Basket goes up. No one there by Ray. And the Comets get it back. Crumpler's open. He sets it up again to number 3 of Eric Shepard. Shepard gives it to Justin Bell. Final 10 seconds. Setting it up for one more shot in the opening period. Crowd going crazy. Juking, jiving Webster for South. Gives it again to Hunter Justin. Back to Bell. Bell puts it up by the horn. No good. That's the first. 18-13. Comets are leading by 5. We'll be back for the second period action in a moment. It's been fast-paced. It has been excited. It has been intense. Oh, my goodness. This is Comets basketball on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Ready for the second half of play. Another 8 minutes go up on the board. Comets are up by 5 points. 18-13. It is a 5-point lead. A very intense game between the 5 and 6 Clayton Comets and the 12-1 South Johnston Trojans. Back here on CRN, second period of action, along with executive producer Trey Snyde. Wesley Outland back here with you. Couple of new players in the game include Colton Scott back to Justin Bell. Gets it back inside to Jaquan Ross. 2 field goals in the first period. Gets it back to Hunter Justin. Justin's got no one there. Colton Scott for the rebound. No one's there as well. Give it back to the Trojans, and they'll bring it back up court. Led by Thornton. Back inside to Ray. Ray will try to get it back inside to 21 of Blackman, but a takeaway. Comets get it back. Wow, a crash almost into the nets. A takeaway. 3-man coverage on Hunter Justin. Whistle and a foul. Carter Crumpler's coming in the game in a moment for the Comets. Action going on everywhere. No foul? No foul call, just out of play. And giving it back to the Trojans. Webster back to Jaquan Smith. Back to Webster. Webster to Smith. Smith sets it up to Thornton. Thornton goes back to the top of the key and gets it back to Webster again. Shooting up at the free throw line. Coming back one more time for 3. It's up and it's no good. Air ball by Jaquan Smith. And you hear the crowd, the Comet Crazies are saying air ball. It is loud and intense in Jeff Adams Gymnasium. Jaquan Ross with the ball. Sets it back to Thornton. Ross on his own, setting under the basket, whistle and a foul coming up. Foul on number 15 of Jacob Thorpe.